There are moments at public events that don't need microphones or speeches to reveal the real story. Sometimes, all it takes is a single look, one flash of expression that strips away the polished surface and exposes the deeper dynamic beneath. At the New York Gala, Meghan Markle didn't have to speak a word to make her point. A single, calculated look directed at Prince Harry did the job, and it said everything anyone needed to know about who sets the tone in their relationship. This was not a moment of mutual understanding between equals. It was the kind of silent command that leaves no room for debate. Meghan, poised and self-assured, made it clear that she was in charge. Harry, once the charismatic prince known for his natural charm and spontaneity, responded not with his usual ease but with the subdued compliance of someone accustomed to deferring. That brief exchange crystallized what many have observed for years: Meghan doesn't merely share the stage with Harry, she runs it. The dynamic between them has shifted dramatically since their early days as a couple. When they first stepped into the global spotlight together, there was a sense of partnership, two figures standing shoulder to shoulder, ready to redefine their roles beyond the royal framework. But over time, that balance has eroded. Meghan's presence has become more dominant, her approach more calculated, and Harry increasingly seems like someone whose individuality has been muted. The red carpet moment in New York wasn't a one-off. It was a glimpse into a pattern that has become impossible to ignore. What makes this situation striking is not Meghan's confidence itself. Confidence in a public figure is expected. It's the way her confidence consistently manifests as control, overshadowing Harry to the point where he seems less like a partner and more like a carefully positioned accessory. At major appearances, Meghan projects authority with an almost theatrical precision. Harry, by contrast, often appears hesitant, reactive, or simply along for the ride. The look that froze him at the gala wasn't born in that instant, it was the product of a well-established hierarchy between them. Harry's transformation has been gradual but visible. The prince who once exuded ease and unpredictability now seems trapped in an endless effort to keep up with Meghan's orchestrated image. He doesn't set the tone, he mirrors hers. He doesn't shape the narrative, he adjusts to it. This dynamic is particularly glaring during high-profile events where Meghan's ambition to dominate the moment comes into direct contact with Harry's subdued demeanor. The contrast is uncomfortable, and increasingly, it exposes just how far his public persona has drifted from the man people once knew. It's also a reminder that power dynamics within couples aren't always expressed through words. Meghan doesn't need to bark orders or make scenes to assert control. She relies on subtle but unmistakable signals, sharp looks, carefully timed gestures, and an air of authority that leaves Harry playing catch-up. This quiet form of dominance is, in many ways, more revealing than any argument or outburst. It shows a relationship where one person leads unchallenged, and the other has grown used to following. The New York Gala was supposed to be another glamorous moment for the couple to showcase their post-royal image. Instead, what emerged was a snapshot of a relationship that increasingly looks less like a partnership and more like a hierarchy. Meghan positions herself as the central figure, commanding, polished, strategic. Harry positions himself in relation to her, accommodating, secondary, sometimes visibly uncomfortable. The symbolism of that silent exchange on the red carpet was too strong to ignore. Meghan gave the cue, Harry froze, and the dynamic was set in stone for everyone to see. Critics have long argued that Harry has traded one institution for another, swapping the rigid structure of royal life for the equally controlling orbit of Meghan's carefully managed world. While Meghan thrives under this new arrangement, carving out her own space in the spotlight, Harry seems diminished. His individuality has been chipped away, replaced with a role that serves her narrative. And the gala moment only reinforced this impression. The tragedy in all this is that Harry was once a figure who commanded attention on his own terms. Whether people liked him or not, he had a distinct voice, a distinct presence. Now, those flashes of individuality are rare, overshadowed by Meghan's relentless need to direct every public appearance down to the smallest detail. The red carpet moment wasn't dramatic in the traditional sense, no shouting, no spectacle, but it was telling. It was a quiet display of dominance that left no doubt about who holds the reins. For some, this power imbalance may seem harmless, just the dynamic of a strong personality paired with a more passive partner. But in the context of their public roles, it raises uncomfortable questions. Harry has become a supporting character in his own life story. His public image, once defined by his own choices, now seems shaped entirely by Meghan's ambitions. The gala didn't change this dynamic, it simply illuminated it for those willing to look closely. In the end, the look that froze Harry was more than a moment. It was a message. A message about control, hierarchy, and the quiet ways in which dominance can be exercised without a single word. Meghan doesn't need to command the room aloud. She's mastered the art of doing it silently, and Harry, willingly or not, plays his part.